Hi everyone, welcome to Live Blogger. In this video, I'll show you how to design an accordion for your website. So let me show you a demo. This is how the accordion will look. And this is an FAQs accordion. So whenever you click on any of these questions, you get the answer to the question. And we can also see the icon over here on the right. It changes to the close icon when we open the question. And we can even open multiple questions over here. So this is what we're going to design in this video, and I'll also show you how to add this to your Blogger website. So let's get started. As always, we'll write our code first in a code editor and then we'll copy it to our Blogger website. So I have created a blank project called FAQ Accordion, and let's create our required files. First of all, we'll create an index.html file, and then we'll create a style.css file, and then we also need a JavaScript file. Alright, so all our files are created. Now let's start with the index.html file. In VS Code, we have emmet extension already installed, so you can just type exclamation and press tab, and you get this HTML5 boilerplate code. Alright, so let's add our style.css file over here, and let's also link our JavaScript file over here. Let's start with an h2 and we'll type FAQs, and let's open this with live server. I have this extension called live server installed, so I can just open with live server and see the changes live on our browser. Now we'll create a division with the class of FAQ container, and in that we'll create a division with the class of question container, and in the question container we will include the question, the answer, and the icon. So we'll just type question icon, and for the icon we'll just type the plus sign, and then we'll have the question. So we'll have a division with the class of question, and we will type a question over here. I'll just copy this question from here, and then we'll have the answer. So we'll create a paragraph and also give it a class of answer, and we'll just copy this text from here. So here we can see our icon, the question, and the answer. Now we'll just copy this 2 more times because we'll be having 3 questions. So we'll just copy this questions container division, and we'll paste it 2 more times, and we'll just change some of the text over here. Alright, that's it with our HTML. Now let's go to our style.css and style this page. So first of all, we'll target the FAQ container, and we will give it a padding of 16 pixels. And then for the question container, we'll give it a padding of 8 pixels. Now let's style the question inside the question container, and we'll give a background color of dark gray, and we'll set the color of the text to light gray, and we'll set the font size to 20 pixels and a padding of 12 pixels and cursor to pointer. Now let's style the icon. So we'll type question container question icon, and we'll set the position to absolute, and we'll also set the position of the question container to relative, and let's set the color to light gray and font size to 32 pixels, font weight to bold, and place it to the right with 16 pixels of spacing, and we'll also give it a transition of 400 milliseconds because we'll be rotating this icon, and we want a smooth animation. Now when we hover over the icon, we can see that we have a different cursor. So we will remove the pointer events from here. So we'll type pointer events none. So now the icon is not clickable, we can just see it. And let's also give it an active class. So we'll type questions container question icon dot active. So when we have a division with classes question icon and active, we will rotate our question icon. So we'll type transform and we'll type rotate 45 degrees. Now let's style the answer. So we'll type question container answer and we'll give it a background color of D5ECE9 and we'll set the line height to 1.9. Now let's give it a margin of 0. So now we can see that question and answer don't have a margin in between. And we'll also have a negative margin for the question container so that we don't have any margin in between. So we'll go over here and in the question container we'll type margin minus 16 pixels. Now initially we don't want these answers to be displayed, so we'll give it a max height of 0 and we can still see the answers over here. So we'll just type overflow hidden and now we cannot see the answers. Now let's also give it a transition of 400 milliseconds so that when we display the answer we will have a smooth animation. And now let's style the active class. So we'll type question container answer dot active. So whenever any answer is active, then we want to apply these styles. So we'll set the max height to whatever will be the maximum height of an answer. We'll just type 200 pixels over here and we'll also set the padding to 8 pixels. Now let's go to HTML and we will give the active class to an answer. So for the last answer we'll just also give it an active class. And we can see that when we have the active class, this is how the answer will look. Alright, so we'll just remove that. Let's also give an active class to an icon and see how it looks. And we can see how the question icon looks when we have the active class. So that's basically it with the HTML and CSS. Now we'll write the code to display and hide the answers using JavaScript. So let's open the main.js file and first of all we'll reference all the questions. So we'll type const questions and we'll set it equal to document.querySelectorAll and here we'll type question and this will store all our questions in this variable. So let's add event listeners to all the questions inside this collection. We'll use a for each loop for that. So we'll just type questions dot for each and here we'll create a callback function and for the argument we'll just name it question and we'll create an arrow function. So each of the questions in this variable will have this name question. So we'll type question dot add event listener and for the click event we want to do something, so we'll just create an arrow function over here as well. Now whenever we click on any of these questions, we want to apply the active class to this icon and the answer for that question. So if you take a look at the HTML, we can see that we have this question over here and before the question we have this icon and after the question we have the answer. So we can access the elements before and after an element in JavaScript. So we'll just type let answer equals question, which is the current question, and then we can type next element sibling. So this will get for us the next element after the question, and for the icon we'll just type question dot previous element sibling. So now we have the answer and the question icon. Now it's just a matter of adding and removing the active class. So here we'll type answer dot classlist dot toggle and we'll type active over here. So what this toggle does is that if we have the active class already applied to the element, then it will remove the active class from there, and if it doesn't have the active class, then it will add the active class. So we'll do the same with the question icon, classlist dot toggle active. So that's it with our JavaScript. Now let's test whether it works. So we'll click on this first question and we can see the answer is being displayed, and we also have this icon, and we can click on any of these questions and the answer of that question will be displayed. And we can even open multiple questions over here. Alright, so we have designed it completely. Now let's copy this to our Blogger website. Now here I have logged into my Blogger account, and first of all let's add the CSS. So we'll go to theme and click on customize, and then click on advanced, and then click on add CSS. And we already have some CSS, so we'll just add our CSS after this. So let's go to our code editor, and we'll copy all the CSS from here and we'll paste it right here, and then click on apply to blog. Now let's click on back to Blogger. Now we need to add the JavaScript, so we'll just copy the JavaScript from here, and we'll go to edit HTML, and we'll scroll down to where all the JavaScript is written, and here we'll create a comment and we'll paste our JavaScript right here, and then click on save theme. So that's it with the JavaScript and CSS. Now let's go to our posts, and let's edit a post. So we'll edit this review post, and we will add our accordion right here. So after the introduction we will just add our HTML. So we'll just copy the FAQ container from here, and we'll paste it right here, and then click on update. Now let's view our post, and here we can see the accordion. So whenever we click on any of these, we get the answer to that question. So that's basically it for this video. If you have any doubts, you can ask in the comments below, and if you like this video, please click on the like button and subscribe to this channel to get the latest video updates. Thanks a lot for watching. Have a nice day.